Welcome back to SourceFedNERD. Today's episode is brought to you by this accent.
Oi, it's SourceFedNERD. I'm Maude Garrett.
Are you even trying to do...
Try real hard.
Are you trying, or are you just wanting to offend me?
Let's talk about sex. Here's a gift. There's a storm brewing over in the realm of erotic video games. That's a thing. Breeding Season, a sex game that was in development for quite some time, seems to have called it quits, but not before earning roughly 5 figures a month.
5 figures a month?
A month. Roughly $42,000 a month. Where did this money come from, you might be asking yourself.
What I want to ask.
Oh, just some lovely patrons on Patreon.
Wait a second. People have been donating money every single month to the value of $42,000, and the game's just gone.
Gone.
The developers are like, thanks for the cash. How bad?
It's slightly more complicated than the motions that we just made with our arms. One of Breeding Season's developers wrote a lengthy post telling their side of the story. They've stated that the main reason behind the downfall of this sexy Harvest Moon knockoff falls on the shoulders of the art director Vladimir Sandler. He left the company, and due to his tricky contract, he retained all the rights to his art that he created for the game, and took basically half of the entire team's profits for himself to start a new project called Cloud Meadow.
So hold on, Breeding Season is left with half a budget and absolutely no art. These games are basically just looping GIFs of sexy characters that have speech bubbles that just pop up, so Vlad took all the important stuff with him when he bounced. Cool. He was literally the sweater thread that was pulled. And he pulled it, and it's unraveled, and there's nothing left.
The developer then explained that there's no real way to save this project, so for all intents and purposes, it is now
dead.
Rest in peace. Sandler is currently working with his legal team to release a statement explaining his side of the story, but it's not looking good for him. No. The story seems very muddled right now, but if you were one of the many who funded this game, this is a bummer. Who's bummed? Should you get your money back, or is this just the shitty side of Patreon? Let us know down below.
Unfortunately, in less erotic news... Hey, calm your tits.
No.
Can I motivate that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh my god, I can't.
Fuck you. read the story.
I've got some Comic-Con news. It's your favorite.
Yay! Every studio you can think of is releasing stills, concept art, and posters for their blockbusters that will be teased at SDCC 2016. There's quite a lot to go through, so we're gonna rattle them off and see which ones get us excited.
Number 1, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 got this lovely banner. We now have confirmation that Groot will be a wee little babe in this film, at least for a little bit, and we have our first look at Mantis.
Pumpkin and TF sure does look like Mantis with little antennae. Is that Nebula? I see.
Ooh, maybe she's joining the team.
Yeah, little bad guy on the good guy team.
Number 2, Doctor Strange releases concept art. Nothing really new. Next.
Number 3, Power Rangers released this image of Elizabeth Banks, Rita Repulsa, and Becky G's Yellow Ranger. Banks is definitely starting to look like a bad guy.
She's a gal.
Girl.
Number 4, Wonder Woman is taking over Comic-Con. We've got some pics of Gal Gadot, Patty Jenkins, and Chris Pine being all super. No big deal. That costume, oh, it's dope.
Oh, it's dope.
It's so dope.
It's hella dope.
It's Star Wars, a new dope.
Number 5, Kong Skull Island released this pic of some big bones. But we don't want bones. We want big ape with skin stuff on it.
Number 6, Dark Tower released even more photos. Who's getting pumped for this one? What's Matt doing on that spoopy street? What's Idris doing in that field? Spoopy.
Spoopy. Number 7, Star Wars released this dope poster for Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Quick question.
Yep.
If that Death Star is that close to the planet, wouldn't its gravity start messing with the tides and yanking people up and stuff?
Sam, that's no moon. Oh, anyway, we'll get to the big Star Wars news in a second. But what got us excited?
I am gonna have to go with the Guardians of the Galaxy poster and all the Wonder Woman pics. I know, big shocker, sound like superheroes. Wow.
What?
Wow.
This whole time? It's somewhat arousing. And I want to say, Star Wars, so we'll get to that soon.
But what movies got you the most excited? Let us know down below.
And move over Pokemon Go, Mama wants to talk about some Star Wars. The huge Star Wars convention Celebration kicked off today in London with the promise of so much Rogue One news. Now, at the time of writing, Celebration hasn't shown the complete trailer to Rogue One, but instead, this sizzle reel.
In it, we really got nearly 3 minutes of a behind-the-scenes look of the movie and what we can expect. There's plenty of slow-mo looks, fight sequences, and explosions, supported by a wonderful new soundtrack and plenty of Garth Edwards' take on the franchise.
Gareth?
Yeah.
The particular highlights for me include Warwick Davis popping up. Oh, love that guy. Wicket, Willow, Professor Flitwick for life. How Gareth Edwards speaks with such passion and respect for this movie, which he feels he needs to take some risk. And the direction he gives for this rodent, humanoid, Diglett monster who is super happy about spraying bullets.
It's pretty cute.
What?
Ooh, there's also that spin on the iconic "May the Force be with you," but Jen Urso says, us.
May the Force be with us.
Oh, I love seeing this for sure, but Len in the office here brings up a great point on how and why Jyn would actually say this, especially when you consider the era, or era if you're an American. This movie takes place before A New Hope, when Luke Skywalker is still a moisture farmer with his aunt and uncle on Tatooine, and old Ben, seemingly one of the last few remaining Jedi, is hiding out in secret. So how would Jyn even know about the Force, considering that Han Solo spoke about this in A New Hope, saying that he's flown from one side of the galaxy to the other, but hadn't seen anything to make him believe that there's an all-powerful Force controlling everything that even existed, saying that it was just tricks and nonsense. So this is making me think
Uh-oh, this is theory territory. Here we go.
maybe in this stage of the movie, they've already seen the effects of the Force, perhaps from even Darth Vader.
Ooh, there's more news on that droid in the Rebel Recon K2SO, an Enforcer droid originally designed for the Imperial Army, voiced by Alan Tudyk. He's spoken out saying this droid belongs to Diego Luna's character Cassian, who's reprogrammed this droid to be brutally honest and speak his mind, a lot like C-3PO.
Oh, I am fluent in over 6 million forms of communication. I'm actually hoping he's a lot more like HK-47, who is a Jedi hunter and killer assassin from Knights of the Old Republic, who was made by the Sith to be ruthless, but he hilariously calls humans meatbags.
You're a meatbag.
Oh, that's a deep burn, Sam. Deep burn. I also love that Ben Mendelsohn, who'll be playing the Imperial Director, Orson Krennic, showed up to Celebration in full costume, flanked by his Death Troopers. What a bloody legend.
Star Wars has also released a cool Rogue One Shore Trooper, which must be a huge sigh of relief for Star Wars cosplayers since thigh and cod pieces are blissfully missing from this costume.
That'll be a little bit easier. Can't knock on wood then.
Dick joke.
There is so much more happening all weekend, and StarWars.com and the official Star Wars app are probably your best bet to catch all the news.
But what got you guys most excited? Let us know in the comments down below. Be sure to like this video, comment down below, share with your friends, and subscribe. I'm Sam.
I'm Maude.
I will see you on Monday.
Have a good weekend.
Bye. I did the video without a breath.
Oh, well done.
Jesse!
James.
Team Rocket blasts off at the speed of light!
Surrender now or prepare to fight.
Be out, that's right.
This is a message to all the users of Pokemon Go. Team Rocket is coming for you.